Hello and welcome to this tutorial on Payentry's employee information. In this video, we will cover the new employee screen. From Payentry's employee information screen, go to the upper right-hand corner and select New Employee. This will open up the new employee screen. The first field in the screen is the employee ID number. It will automatically default to the next numerical number available. This can be overridden if you need to. Just type in your new number. Then just begin entering your data. You can select drop-downs with the little arrow. Dates are entered in month/day/year. Or you can select the date from the calendar by clicking the window on the right. You can select the year, the month, and the date, and then it will populate it. Social Security numbers are entered with the dashes. In the next section, Department and Status, you can default the status to active for your new hires. The hire date automatically pre-fills with the current date. This can be overridden by just typing in the new date. If you are tracking your workers' compensation in Payentry, those codes are available here at the drop-down. This particular company does not have them, therefore there is nothing in the drop-down. Select your department from your list of valid departments. Then select your ACA status or your Affordable Care Act status. The next section is your rate information. For an hourly employee, you want to select hours and then just type in his hourly rate. Default hours indicate the number of hours that you are automatically going to pay this employee every processing. Typically, for hourly employees, you do not fill in the default hours because you do not want to automatically pay them. You usually are entering the number of hours they worked that week. However, if this employee is a salaried employee, you want to go ahead and put in his salary per pay period, and if you are tracking, for example, vacation accruals or sick accruals, typically you do want to fill in the default hours to indicate that this employee's salary was 40 hours for a week. Also, as a best practice, we recommend that you go ahead and enter an hourly rate in case you ever need to post any hours for this employee. If you do not have the rate information at the time you are hiring the employee, you can select none. Your frequency will default to your most frequent frequency. However, if you have multiple frequencies for this payroll, you just simply click the drop down and pick the appropriate frequency. The next information is your tax summary. The tax summary begins with whether or not this is a W-2 employee or a 1099 employee. The common default is W-2. Then you've got your federal tax and your state tax. If this company is in multiple states, then you will see only the valid states for this particular company listed on your drop-down. These will also default to your SUI and work state, but again you can do a drop-down and pick a different state if need be. If you have locals set up, you will also see the locals here. Then the final sections are your tax status and tax exemptions. Beginning with your federal tax details, you want to select the filing status and then the number of exemptions. And for the state, your filing status, and only the statuses that are available for that particular state will show up in your drop-down, and the number of exemptions. Note that in the new hire screen you do not have your deductions or your direct deposit information. That is entered after you've hired the employee in the employee information screen. Also, any other exemptions, for example, if you're adding an additional $10 to federal tax or to your state tax, that can be done in the employee information under taxes. And finally, just click Add Employee, and the employee will be added to your database and will automatically bring up the employee information screen for that employee. This concludes our tutorial on Payentry's Employee Information New Employee screen.